Hey guys, Terminator here from the Platinum Trophy, bringing you a special Platinum Trophy video today. Today we're looking at virtual reality. Now normally this kind of concept would go into my the Platinum Trophy show, which is my monthly show, but I thought because next week we've got 5 VR titles coming to PlayStation VR and we like to throw love towards PlayStation VR on the Platinum Trophy channel, I would do a quick video where we talk about those 5 games and the trophies associated with them. So the first of the 5 titles that's coming out is Arizona Sunshine. Arizona Sunshine has been released on the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, I believe, since late last year. Basically, it's a zombie survival game where you're first person in this sort of desert-like landscape, dystopian kind of environment where you've got to take down zombies to survive. Sounds like your standard of VR, but for PlayStation VR, that is, I think, the first of its kind that's come to PSVR, which is really, really rad. The other really cool thing about Arizona Sunshine is it's going to take advantage of the PlayStation Aim peripheral that came out last month with Farpoint. So not only can you use your Move controllers if you're that way inclined and you don't have an Aim controller, but if you have invested in the Farpoint Aim bundle, you have one of those Aim controllers lying around, then you can take advantage of that as well, so that's really cool. No trophies have popped on the store yet for this. The game is due to come out on the 27th, so that's 3 days' time from when I'm recording this, which is unusual that the trophies haven't popped. Normally they would come up a few days in advance, but it's a little bit odd, but hopefully they'll pop up in the next few days. Fingers crossed for a platinum trophy on this one. It is a pretty meaty game on the HTC, so I would expect it would have a platinum trophy when it comes to PlayStation VR. But that's not all that's launching on the 27th. So we also have
Cavernous Wastes.
Again, a game that's been on the on Steam for a wee while now. Basically, you're in a ship and you've got to explore caverns, sort of caves underground, collecting things, destroying things. It's a neat concept. It looks like it's probably a little bit lower budget than Arizona Sunshine, but fortunately it does have a platinum. As you can see here, we've got the list up. You can see the image at the very top of the screen there. That's the sort of HUD. You see the 2 bars coming down. That's sort of the ship, representing you sitting inside the ship flying through these caves. One of the objectives up ahead there that you've got to clear out. It's pretty cool. The concept of being in the ship, I think, is really neat in VR to stop motion sickness, obviously. I know that a few people get sick when they try VR for the first time, and they're sort of wandering around in like that Resident Evil type environment. So it's good that developers are making games like this to try and prevent that kind of thing. Let's have a quick look at the trophies, because that's what we're here for, right? So we have 1 platinum, 4 golds, 12 silvers, and 17 bronze. So it's a pretty big list. Starting from the top, escaping the caverns, escape the caverns 5 times, escape the caverns 10 times. So I'm guessing it's kind of a roguelike type game from these sort of descriptions, and you've got to do it multiple times, and escaping 10 times for a gold trophy, which is cool. Escaped without picking up any upgrades, and escaped while picking up every upgrade. So the inverse there. So I'm guessing you'll be playing through this quite a few times to get those. Completing a level, completing level 3 without hitting anything, complete level 3 without shooting anything. So again, an inverse in trophies. Complete a level without using a spotlight. Completely explored a level, so that's, I'm guessing, go to each of the areas within the caverns. Completely explored all levels while escaping, so that's finishing the escape while exploring every single level within the escape. Got a straight, got a flush, and got a full house. Obviously poker references, but I'm not sure how that applies to the game. Died 100 times, destroyed 100 turrets, destroyed 100 drones, and destroyed 100 crystals. So again, a couple of cumulative trophies in there. Destroyed 50 enemies with the lance, and destroyed 50 enemies with missiles. So a couple of weapon-specific trophies. Tried to destroy a transporter, decrypted all log entries, picked up an upgrade, picked up a downgrade. So the inverse again. Escaped with only upgrades. Escaped with only upgrades. Minimum 3 upgrades. Not sure what that means. Escaped with only down... Oh, okay, so you must be able to upgrade or downgrade your ship, I'm guessing. Another one of those trophies where it's one or the other that you get. Boosted through the top of a portal. Bounced off a wall 1,000 times. It will probably take a wee while. Quack. Found each item in the game at least once. Y. Tried again and picked up a learned behavior. I'm guessing that Y and tried again are for specific dying in specific ways. Probably Quack is for finding a specific item. This last one I'm not sure. The gold trophy being decrypt all log entries. That's probably the collectible in the game. Completely explored all levels while escaping, so that's doing everything basically, and completed a level without using the spotlight, so it must get dark at certain points in the game. You've got to try and find your way through, and then escaped the cavern 10 times, so play through it 10 times and win. So those are all the gold trophies. That's the entire platinum list. And this game is Cavernous Wastes, and it's coming out on the 27th as well, the same day as Arizona Sunshine. So we're pretty spoiled this week for VR titles, but that is not actually all. We actually have another title coming out on the 27th, Ancient Amuletor. Now, this game has been on the PlayStation Store as a demo for a couple of weeks now. Basically like sort of like a tower defense game where you play the towers being one of these characters that you can see up here in the key art. You've got an archer, you've got a wizard. They were the two that were in the demo, so I'm not sure who the rest of them are. Looks like you've got someone here who fires guns, potentially some sort of joker, some sort of heavy character at the back there as well. Pretty cool game based on the demo. I had a really good time with it, so I'm looking forward to this one as well. And the awesome thing about it is it's got a platinum trophy. So the list is made up of 10 bronze, 15 silvers, 4 golds, and 1 platinum. So not necessarily an easy trophy list because of the number of bronzes and silvers in there, but still, it's great to have a platinum in a VR title. So complete the training course, play 4 heroes in 1 battle. That potentially could be an online trophy, playing with 3 friends. Or you might be able to switch between 4 heroes, I'm not sure. Defeat 10 enemies with 1 scatter shot. Must be a character-specific attack. Defeat 200 enemies. Activate wooden men for 30 times. Become MVP in multiplayer. Again, this is probably an online trophy, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, based on the fact that it says multiplayer, you would assume so, but you never know until the game comes out. So just be aware, this is probably going to be have online centric trophies. Extinguish 22 torches, defeat 20 enemies with explosive barrels, defeat 10 enemies with 1 gunner skill. Earn first kill in a multiplayer game. So there you go. So there definitely is a multiplayer component to this game. In a single player, defeat Pharaoh statue. In single player, destroy siege engines in hard. I imagine those are going to be some of the harder difficulty trophies in the game, just because they're based on the hard difficulty. In single player, finish all the levels in desert and empire in any difficulty. Use the mage's skill 50 times. Earn first kill in 10 multiplayer games. Again, another online trophy, so that could be annoying. Defeat 500 mummies, defeat 50 desert bombers, defeat 50 shields, defeat 300 enemies with the gunner, defeat 100 enemies with the hammer, defeat 8 enemies with 1 puppet skill. So these are character-specific skills we're going through now by the looks of it. Defeat 1,000 enemies total, so that's cumulative. Defeat 100 enemies with a droppable item kill, and defeat 50 enemies with portals created by Summoner. Now we're down to the 4 golds. Perfect Amuletor 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in single player, earn 3 stars in normal. In single player, earn 3 stars in normal. Okay, same thing for each of them, except level 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, and 2, 2. So that's probably the whole game. So 3 stars is, I'm guessing you get ranked based on how you do in the game. 1, 2, or 3 stars, 3 being the hardest. Those potentially could be challenging. I'm not sure how the leveling system how the levels work in the game, whether a stage counts as a level or a level has multiple stages that make it up. I imagine it's probably the latter, but I'm not sure until later on this week when I've tried it. Not a bad list. There's a lot of cumulative type stuff in here, so it could take a decent amount of time. Killing 100 of each type of enemy, 300 with a specific character, that sort of stuff. Those do tend to take a bit of time, so that's a bit of a shame. But it looks like a really cool game. The demo was really cool. I really enjoyed my time with it, so looking forward to this, and it has a platinum, which is awesome. So those 3 games are all coming out on the 27th. We're also getting, on the 27th, the Brookhaven experiment is finally getting its aim controller patch. The developers have been tweeting, and the most recent update was that the patch would go through on the 27th of June, and we'd be able to play the Brookhaven experiment with the aim peripheral as well. So you might have 2 aim games on the 27th. You might have Arizona Sunshine and the Brookhaven experiment as well. Brookhaven doesn't have a platinum, unfortunately, but it's still a really fun sort of zombie survival game as well. Different to Arizona Sunshine because you're stuck to one specific spot. Now, that's actually not all the VR titles that we have coming out this week. We also have Syndrome coming out. Unfortunately, the trophies for that game haven't popped up on PSN profiles yet. This game's due to come out on the 30th of June. It looks really cool as well. A slightly different concept for VR, leaning into that horror type of thing that people seem to be jumping towards at the moment. But again, it's been out on HTC Vive for a wee while. It's been out on Oculus, I think, as well. But first-person sort of horror space kind of shooter. It's got some Dead Spacey vibes in there, but obviously not to the same level of polish. But a bit of Bioshock, a bit of Dead Spacey kind of feel is what I sort of thought of it. Looks really cool. Again, something I'm really excited to try out. And last but not least, on the 30th as well, you've got the Spider-Man Homecoming VR experience. Unfortunately, not a game, so probably not going to have any trophies. I know that the other VR experiences that have come out haven't had trophies, so I doubt we'll see them in this. But based on the trailer that you can see playing here now, it does look really neat. It looks really cool. You get to be Spider-Man, maybe shoot some webs, hang out on the roof by the looks of it. It looks really neat. But anyway, guys, this has probably gone a little bit longer than I wanted. Just a quick update, like I said, on the VR titles that are coming out this week. Hopefully I'll get to try them out this week, and I'll be able to talk about them next week during the Platinum Trophy Show, because we are almost at that time of the month again. Woohoo! Alright guys, enjoy your VR week. It's probably the best week of VR since it launched, to be honest, which is really rad for us. So enjoy your VR titles this week, and Terminator out.